the TechCabal team you guys.
Hi guys, good morning. So today I'm dressing up. I'm about to do a vlog. I'm going for the Future of Commerce by TechCabal, and this Future of Commerce is going to be hosting different startup founders whose business and like goals and all that are around commerce. So my business is an e-commerce platform, so a marketplace, so I have to be there. But most importantly, I want to listen to these founders, because like this is not where they invite the marketing manager of the company. Like most of the founders and owners of this company are coming because I'm sure TechCabal is just pulling all the ropes. But either ways, I want to listen to these founders. I want to hear what their goals for their businesses are, and for me it's more about so that we can align our goals for collaborations and partnerships. So it's really important to me. So I'm going to keep you guys updated. I'm going to do a full vlog of sections, conversations. I'm super late already, but I have to do this. If you're late, you might as well take up all the opportunities. Make sure you follow me on this channel. Make sure you subscribe on this channel. Follow me. I'm going to give you all the details. All the details.
I'm on my way now. I'm super late. Well, what I did was I had to connect with them on YouTube so that I don't miss out on most of the conversations. Well, I'm on my way. There was a bit of traffic, but I'm sure we'll get there in time, and I'll just be able to follow whatever section is left. So, see you guys.
So how scalable is social commerce?
Thanks, Timmy. I think you can hear me. Perfect. So yeah, great question. And first of all, it's a pleasure to be here with everybody. From day, it's through community. It's through trust. That underlining factor has always been there before even the internet. And if you look at the industry in itself, this is more than $1 trillion industry. That's what's been captured. But the business that happens between cousins, families, people who work together, that's not captured. So the market in itself is massive. And access to the internet more and more. We see these as just necessary inputs that to really scale this out, we need to add a revolutionary marketplace technology just to bring this together. So it's definitely scalable. And I think this is just the beginning. It's just the beginning.
Okay, I'm also looking forward to the scalability of that, to Kelvin, because he and Bumper, they just solved a pretty huge hurdle. They jumped through. They recently announced a partnership with Meta that integrates their platform and allows people to start conversations on Bumper. And what difficulties did you see that pushed you to actually move for this partnership? What hurdles did you have to pass through?
So for what the difficulties that we saw, so for instance, I think one of the key things that we started seeing last year when we started was that 40% of the orders on Bumper, that was recorded on Bumper were basically from Instagram and WhatsApp only, and to today, I was just looking at the data yesterday and I discovered, this number still, that percentage is still consistent till today, and that's basically, it means that there's a lot of businesses happening in, on these social media platforms, and as Joshua mentioned, it's difficult to basically try to, to organize your commerce data on Instagram. Instagram is not necessarily built for that, so also other platforms, other social media platforms. So this is one thing that we saw, in terms of difficulty, like how do we start helping businesses be able to organize their sales, their customer details, sell better, with just, those social media tools. So as more and more businesses, are looking to sell, using multi-channel approach, so selling via multiple channels, the simple things now become super difficult. How do you manage and sync your inventory across all of the platforms? There are still marketplaces, you're selling in your physical store, you're selling on Instagram, WhatsApp, like there are so many of those tiny things that you'll probably not think about when you're just selling on your physical store. You have to worry about that. You want to sell via website or via Pocket, for instance. So inventory, how do you organize your customer data? How do you start using it, to increase your sales? Marketing, automations, all of those things are things that we are now trying to focus on, helping these business owners, organize their sales, but also increase their sales generally. In terms of the hurdles that we have faced, in building this. So I would say um, building it is not necessarily, we're a tech company, so we will definitely build tech. But I would say in terms of the adoption, for instance, as Joshua said, there's a lot of education that is still required, on the continent concerning things like this, and that's because there have not necessarily been things like this in the past. When we meet a merchant today and say, you can now receive your Instagram messages on bumper. It's like, why? There's a lot of that, because now they have not necessarily done something like that before, because the ease of how you would do it in bumper. So literally your inventory is entirely available to you while you are chatting with a customer. You can record a sale, you can share invoices, request for payments right while you are chatting with the customer. You can see all the records of that customer's sales, all the things that they have purchased from you right while chatting with the customer. That has not necessarily been built before. So there's a lot of education that is required, for these business owners to even start seeing, some of the things that, we have actually been, we have built for them. Yes, I would say that is like the major thing. And I think like the other part, because we are also, social commerce is still, a little bit early on the continent, I think that there's still a lot of hurdles to be crossed around monetization. What we're seeing now, even what we are actually doing is that we're experimenting across different models. We have the Shopify model. Bumper is sort of like a Shopify for Africa, and you have the Shopify model where it's a SaaS. You're supposed to pay a subscription fee, and for that, there's still the thing where business owners are not necessarily used to that. Although it's changing, because now you're seeing them pay for platforms like Netflix, and the like. So they're now a little bit open to it, and we're seeing that grow. But figuring that out, for the larger markets would be interesting thing for many of us. There's the GG model, which is like, how do I monetize visibility? For me to show your products to a lot of people, I'm going to charge you for that. But everybody can use it for free. There's the fintech model where, as your payment, as you transact, I'm going to get a charge. So there's so many of those, and I've seen, even pockets, use different models. So I think that's like one of the hurdles that we're still learning, and we're still going to cross over time.
Okay, so you mentioned something about adoption, and I'm going to throw it to Joshua. But right before I do, just a reminder that if you have questions for any of our guests on how social media is shaping commerce, please go to www.slido.com and type in TCFOC 2022. Now, Joshua, Kelvin just spoke about adoption and the problems of adoption. And I remember when you were talking about starting PiggyVest also, you spoke that for the first year, one of the problems you had was adoption. You had 400 users, I believe, in 2016 in your first year. Yeah. And it was difficult for people to actually want to come to the app because they didn't trust and know you. And now you have millions of users.
We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe trying to protect your. I'm walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe trying to protect your soul. We are heroes
purchase markets with their psychology.
TechCabal. Okay, we're not your regular tech publication, so we need ginger. Can I get ginger, please? Alright, so I am very
Yo, get some money for yourself.
I've been all around the globe trying.
And I can't count how many times I packed my ATM card. I thought about SQS package anyway. The truth is, agency banking has done more than extending financial services to rural areas. They have also extended keys to us, to the urban dwellers, knowing that our people back home can receive help with just 18 tax.
Do you think AMS was a critical component of Africa's e-payment infrastructure?
Thank you very much, Walter. I think agents are on some period. Again, can you hear me? I'm not sure because I can't hear Walter.
Hello?
Yeah, can you hear me? Awesome. So I think agents are the unsung heroes of digital financial services across Africa, where you see an increase or a significantly higher penetration of financial services. You tend to see agents as part of it. And I think that they're the intermediary between digital financial services players and a lot of
Feel like a dynamite, ready to.
Sorry?
Chicken, breakthrough.
Okay, chicken. I'll just call it chicken.
Breakthrough.
Okay, breakthrough. Okay. Ah, God, I want to breakthrough this year. So breakthrough. Welcome to Future of Commerce 2022. How's it been so far?
I love all the sections, and this is just me. The TechCabal team is doing a great job because I love the organization. I just like even the set of speakers, and I like the small program. It's more focused on like the parties and I can learn. Not, I just like it.
Yeah. So we did not overwhelm you, and we did not underwhelm you. That's awesome. Did you enjoy the live performance by the coach?
Yeah, nice, cool. So I'm sure that if it was in the evening, I'll feel the vibe. So in the morning, we have to be serious.
Yeah, we don't want you to feel the passive vibe. Don't worry. There's after party for you. There's be a DJ for that. Yeah. So that one is just laid back music, Lagos vibe. You get it. So all right. So if I give you like $1 million and I ask you to build something in the e-commerce space, what would you do?
I have something in the e-commerce space. I have a second-hand marketplace where you have shoppers and vendors of pre-loved items. This outfit is pre-loved. I didn't have to sew it. Yeah, so what our concentration is on reducing fashion waste and all that. So I have an e-commerce marketplace, which is the reason why I wanted to come. I wanted to understand because e-commerce in Nigeria is still not, like we've not still taken in the tech part because I have people who want to buy stuff. We have a website and I send you send us a picture. We say, oh, go back to the website online. And you're like, no, I don't want, like, you're asking me extra questions and all that. So it was really important for me to call because I want to hear how the people who are providing these things, products and services, how they are thinking towards vendors side.
The whole value chain.
Exactly. Because what their Uber is doing is great. But I need to integrate my own website. I don't want to have Flutterby website, Paystack website, then Uber website. I
All of
don't
that.
have all that.
Yeah. You just want them in one platform.
Which means I don't want to upload on my website, have to upload on theirs, have to upload on Instagram.
Nice.
So I want to know that these people, they're actually thinking of the vendors, not only thinking of the customer, they're thinking of the person running the business itself because operations are high. Cost of operations is very very, very high.
When you have to like go to all this stuff.
Exactly,
Yeah. Interesting.
exactly. So
I mean,
it makes a
I
lot of
love
sense.
the language pre-love.
So you loved it before, you
it's
got
pre-owned,
it,
it's
you
pre-owned,
won.
it's pre-owned. Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to twist pre-owned to
So
pre-love.
it's
I love it. I love it.
second hand, it's
Yeah, I love
cheap,
it.
it's
I love it.
like the market is really good. And the idea of us buying normal trades and then importing into Nigeria, we're trying to cut that. We have indigenous brands to buy from, and why can't we just sell those indigenous brands?
Interesting.
Do you understand? So like what we're building is big. Like it's been in the last 1 year, and I know that by next year we're going to do
Great.
better.
Wait, so that means if I give you the $1 million now, you don't have to build anything. You just use it to scale your
Yeah, I
business.
would put it in the marketing and I would put it in our operations. You know, Trader,
Yeah.
it's like one of the biggest pre-loved. I would have a very giant facility of inventory of goods for people to buy and sell.
Listen, people are telling me,
Yeah,
what's today?
so we have even partnered with brands where you can send proceeds. If you don't want the money,
Yeah.
you can send proceeds to fund kids out of school, like using fashion for good.
I think you have a breakthrough. You have a lot of things to say.
Yeah.
But to be honest, right, I love it. I love what you're building, and I think my $1 million is gonna do great for you.
Very, very
Don't worry.
And you wouldn't be getting interested.
Don't worry, call me. There's a lot of money for you. Call me. Anyway, just stick around, enjoy the event, and if you need somebody to tango with, just find me. I'm your guy, right? Nice to meet you again. Yeah, enjoy the event.
I'm walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for me. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight.
It's still snapping.